Greetings, members of the 931st Air Refueling Group. Today is the first in a series of video segments designed to showcase our airmen, highlight group accomplishments, and give upcoming information for events on the horizon. Unlike today, the future video segments we'll try and conduct in the workplace so that we can showcase the day-to-day events and work duties of our airmen out in the field. I want to begin today by saying how thrilled I am to have our deployers home again. I had the opportunity in the last couple of days to be out on the flight line when our deploying airmen returned, and as I stood out there with your families and your friends and your significant others and looked into the faces, I was once again reminded of how much we ask of you, and I'm grateful to have you home, thankful for your service, and I appreciate what you did while you were deployed. I know those of you who were in theater flew a lot, and those of you who had times when you were down took the opportunity to help out the local community, and you brought great pride to the 931st into the Air Force. And I'm constantly reminded of how much we ask of your families. As I watched your children waiting for you to come home and see the anticipation in their faces, it reminded me of what we ask of our family members. So please extend my gratitude to them and accept my gratitude for what you've done. And I meant it when I stood at the bottom of the ladder and said, welcome home, we're glad you're here. And having said that, we had a lot go on in 2012, and we took the opportunity in our last commander's call to highlight a number of those events. And we're going to have an opportunity coming up to be able to do so at the February UTA, when on the 9th of February at the Hyatt we have our annual awards banquet. So I want to encourage all of you, if you can, to come out to support us, to have a night where we can rub shoulders with one another and we can honor the events of the last 12 months. It was a banner year, some milestones that we accomplished. I'm very proud of what happened here. We were showcased in a number of venues. Lieutenant General McDew visited our base, and after we were awarded the Installation Excellence Award for AMC, made particular mention of the 931st and our airmen and the Total Force Initiative there. Last week we were again descended upon by an IAA inspection team for Big Air Force, Headquarters Air Force, for 2 days with a larger team who looked at all of our processes and programs, interviewed many of our reserve airmen, with the intent to determine between McConnell and Keesler who would be the Air Force installation of excellence. And again, when they departed, many kudos for the reserve members. I'm proud of what was accomplished, grateful for what you do day in and out. You really do make a difference, and even active duty recognizes what we bring to the fight. Having said that, most recently, last UTA, I was able to attend the retirement ceremony for one of our members. While I was in the retirement ceremony, I was impressed by one of the things that she said as she recounted some of the things that she would not miss in leaving the Air Force. She had a very small list, but one of the things that she said impressed me, and I want to speak to the members of the group about it, and I mentioned it in Commander's Call. She said one of the things that she won't miss hearing is the quote, "It's not my job." And as I thought about what's happened over the last year as people have been deployed, and we've had people at home stations step up and do things for those members who are deployed and jobs that normally would have been completed by them, I recognize that we have people out there that phrase is not part of the vocabulary. And when I look at what went on overseas with our deployed members who were out there during the slow times, when the ops tempo was low, they looked for opportunities to get out into the community and do things that they weren't asked to do. They just took it upon themselves to try and do something that would benefit the community. So as I think about what's coming this year, I'd like to propose and make a plea to the members of the group as we think about what we do day in and day out, rather than the 3 words, "not my job," I would like you to think about the 3 words, "and then some." I've never heard a successful person say, "It's not my job," but I do see successful people who routinely look for ways to go above and beyond what was asked of them. It happened in Turkey. It happened at home with our people who were filling in for deployers. It happens every day on in the flight line and in the offices in the 931st when people step up and do what's asked of them. It's been recognized by people outside the group. I see it every day as I go around. And I would just ask, as we go forward and as we look at what's coming up with our inspection cycle and the many things we're going to be asked to do, to replace the 3 words, "not my job," with "and then some." Do your job and then some. Look for ways to get things done and help others. Lengthen your stride a little bit. Help each other out. Be a good wingman. And I look forward finally, after being here almost 6 months, to having the entire group here for the February UTA. So look forward to seeing you then. Thanks again for all you do, for all you sacrifice for the group. I'm constantly amazed by what we do with our little group that other wings can't do with 4 times as many people. So we'll see you on the February UTA. Thank you.